back to the channel, The Room Goddess. My name is Susanna Sun, if you're new here, and I'm bringing through messages as often as I can, most days, for the highest good of all. This message will be for you whenever you receive it. It is timeless. And the dream that I had, which I think I'd like to start connecting in with the readings, if they are for everybody, was about receiving abundance. And I found myself looking for support, and everywhere that I looked, I found support that I didn't realize was there. One of them specifically, I realized that I had left it for myself from a different life, parallel life version of myself. And I had left a gift for myself that I knew I would be able to find it when I needed it. And then I also found it in other places. So let's use that energy to call in the highest versions of ourselves. This is messages from Goddess, Spirit, and the Angelic Realm for the Divine Collective today. The Knight of Swords in reverse did come up for me yesterday as well, as this sort of rejection of the unhealthy masculine. And rejection is a strong word, of course that's how they perceive it, but the phrase that I've been hearing is, sometimes when you choose your own peace, you're actually choosing grief. You have to choose grief. You have to feel the grief of letting go of somebody who's not for you before you can access your own peace. Okay, so what messages does the Divine Collective need to receive today? Let's see where we're currently at, what our personal energy is at. Ace of Swords, beautiful. Very inspired conversations and clarity in our minds about what we truly want. This is also Archangel Michael's sword, which he uses to direct energy, to direct light. And so he's able to banish the negativity wherever he points that sword, so that he's able to achieve whatever it is in that area. So if you are working on abundance, is the dream that I had, for example, then this is shining light on any parts of our mind and our communication that would be not working in favor of receiving abundance. If this is more about that night and you're feeling more stuck or attached with a sort of like soul tie to a toxic situation, then this would be the sword that's able to not just cut through the cord, because if you cut the cord, then you still have the magnetic frequency that's still attracting it, likely. And this is more than that. This is radiating through that cord to come back into the center of you, where you have that magnetic frequency that is a match to receiving that cord, and it burns that up like the placenta is attached to the umbilical cord. You can cut the umbilical cord, but you can still hold the placenta inside of your body. You have to actually release the placenta. You have to let go of that part as well, and you give that back to the earth, right? You offer it, ideally and metaphorically in this sense. We offer these old parts of ourselves that were not in alignment with the true desires, the inspired thoughts and ideas and conversations that we want to have. Wasp came in just now to check out my tea, which reminds me of the conversation about spiritual protection. Yeah, so there's the ace again, came out this time in reverse. So when we feel that we need to protect ourselves, that's what this looks like for me. It's like, instead of using this sword to direct our light and to change things that we want to change, in this form we're kind of flailing it aimlessly trying to protect ourselves, but it's from a place of fear. And so it's not accurately directing the light. Of course, we have the Hierophant in reverse as well, to let us know that when we are acting from that self-protective, fear-based mode, we are not in alignment with our deepest spiritual commitments. This is the responsibility that is part of the spiritual contract that we have in this lifetime. Whether you are spiritually contracted into motherhood or to be a lover, or whether that is to serve medicine in some form, if you're a healer, if you are spiritually gifted, right? This is letting us know that we're currently in resistance to that part. And the karmic justice of it, of course, is where we realize, yeah, the way that I see this is we've been this way in this spiritual contract in every lifetime. And in this current experience of it, we are being requested to change the karmic pattern. So if you've been a healer in every lifetime you get burned as a witch or accused of witchcraft or something like that, then this lifetime you have the opportunity to change that story. If in every lifetime you were a mother and perhaps forced into it or didn't know that there was any other option or didn't have another option, then in this lifetime you get to change that story and you get to take care of yourself and your community instead of a child. So this is the karmic cycle that we're finally breaking, whatever that is, whatever the story is that you've had on repeat that has not felt good to you. You get to change that story in this lifetime. Now, of course, the Seven of Cups is our confirmation that your mind is scattered about that, right? There's so many different perspectives and ways of experiencing this. And in this state, we're in a sort of delusion about it, right? So the last things that I said about, the karmic patterns, if you felt a state of resistance towards that, if you felt some sort of cringe towards the words that I was saying, then that will be a confirmation for you. Or if you feel like you kind of shut it out, or you're like, I don't even fully know what she's talking about now, then that's a confirmation, because this is what that feels like. It's so many things scattered, overwhelmed, right? So what do we need to know today in order to realign ourselves with our spiritual contracts and break those karmic patterns? Now we have the Knight of Swords upright. So again, it's like circling back around, right? Where we were attached or attracted to a masculine who was in the reverse here, where it was toxic, where it was hot and cold, where it wasn't stable, where they said that they loved us, but then they acted in a different way. All of those stories, right? We are now in the realm of possibilities of changing that story. And that means allowing healthy and attracting healthy masculine into our lives. So within us personally, right, this is being able to know what it is that we want and actually go towards it. And in the external, this is knowing that we deserve support from others and allowing a healthy, supportive, protective, providing energy to come through to support us. Now, it brings me, of course, back to my dreams, where there was just everything that I needed just showing up unexpectedly. I just asked for it, like, okay, I need this. And then I went and I looked, and there it was. So that's what that feels like. And right below it, we have the, what is this, Seven of Wands? Six. Six of Wands. I know the story. The story of this one is when the masculine just finished battle and he comes home as the hero, and the entire community is celebrating him. And what does he do? The first thing that he does when he arrives back into the village, into the community, is he walks past everybody who is cheering him on, and he finds his woman, his lover, and he crowns her with this laurel wreath. The laurel wreath is his victory crown, and he doesn't wear it, he gives it to his divine counterpart. So let's open ourselves up to receiving all of these beautiful gifts and blessings that are coming our direction. And I would love to go further with you, of course, if you're interested to dive into these conversations a little bit more and to look at how you can apply them to yourselves, how you can allow yourself to receive healthy masculine support and abundance from the earth, and all of these conversations. I would love to go in further with you. The workshop, play shop, it's a workshop, but we play instead of work, because that's my vibe, is about how to step into our divine feminine energy and become a magnet for our desires. So if you're interested in that, I will be creating that in the near future as well. Check out the links in the description box for deeper options, things that you can receive from me. There's lots of free options, but also there is an energy reading session available to you there if you'd like personal support. I love you so much. Have a beautiful day.